The Senate President, Bukola Saraki, has advised the federal government to strengthen institutions rather than individuals in the fight against corruption. Speaking at a two-day roundtable discussion organized by the Savannah Center for Diplomacy, Democracy and Development, Saraki urged the federal government to ensure that those driving the institutions have the capacity to do so.
The dialogue session is to discuss the future of the fight against corruption in Nigeria. It is coming days after Nigeria was reported to have lead 12 places in the Global Corruption Index.
Public discourses have generally presented corruption as public officers taking bribes and gratification, committing fraud and stealing, and stealing of assets entrusted in their care.
Transparency International rates Nigeria to have performed poorly, falling in rankings from 136 in 2016 to 148 this year, in spite of vigorous efforts by the Buhari administration to put a face to the fight against corruption. These discussants believe there are better strategies the federal government can apply if it must achieve positive results in the fight.
Need to be strengthened. The institutions need to be strengthened. Until we understand that those are the issues that need to be strengthened, not individuals, will continue to run into this problem. But politically, it is sometimes better in not addressing those institutions because they're very tough and long journey. But that's what we need to do. To make it almost impossible for people to be able to start, whether it is access on properties or it's fund, it makes it almost impossible.
We must take into account that if we want a law enforcement officer to investigate a case thoroughly, he should not be thinking of where he is going to get money to pay the school fees of his child. We should not expect a judge to write a good judgment and deliver the following day when he had no light in his house. We must cascade the fight against corruption in other economic programs of the government. That if we don't improve our educational system, we don't improve our health system, we have no social insurance, we are creating more problems. No matter how best we fight corruption, we cannot succeed.
The forum admits that every Nigerian must be determined to put an end to corruption, with the government having the major role to play in line with its constitutional responsibilities.
Ask the question, are we winning the war against corruption? And the answer has to be no, we are not winning. And I think the reason, in my view, is that we have not put the we in this fight against corruption. We have not put, it's not a one-man fight, it's a war.
Nigerians are optimistic that their government can still regain lost ground in its fight against corruption.